A Magic Monday with Empress Lysa. Here I am dancing in to actually do Heart Magic Monday live because I've just come off my Facebook page doing 30 minutes of live heart readings, and I really found an interesting topic that I thought I wanted to dance straight in and offer for you all here on my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that you're a part of my community. I've been sharing and posting weekly for 2 years now, and the tribe that has gathered around me, I just want to thank every one of you for being a part of this beautiful space. I really hope that we can all deepen into our truth and rise on purpose. In the process of doing that, we are going to encounter something I like to call reality lag. Now, if you are intuitive, psychic, you're spiritually gifted and in tune, you will know that self-healing is imperative for you wisely wielding your magical powers. Tell me below if you know what I'm talking about. And the reason why that we need to self-heal is that there are so many experiences that we face in our first 20 years of our lives that actually affect our perception of ourselves, our spiritual gifts, and life itself. And if we actually allow those perspectives to reign and rule us, we can actually shrink very, very small and have to recede to a very, very narrow part of our soul. And I did that, and the more I receded, the more miserable and the more repressed I became, and it's not my nature at all. So I really want to advocate for all of us to really take that time of sacred reflection. And for me, when I first came out as a healer 4.5 years ago, I actually released my book at the same time called Heart Healing, the 13 Principles of Emotional Self-Healing. And healing my own anxiety, binge eating, and pattern of breakups was my wake-up call to really invite me to deepen into that experience of healing my own trauma so that I could embody my truth, the truth that I had forgotten. And for me, doing that was simultaneously a process of reawakening to my spiritual gifts and actually owning my true identity and my purpose. One of the things I want to talk about is something that many of you will encounter in your self-healing journey called reality lag. And this stems from a concept that I love, originally found on the Jade tablet: as above, so below, as within, so without. And I call this concept the mirror concept, the reality that everything outside of us is just a reflection of the internal, that everything is actually reflecting what's happening in our inner world, and therefore we can use our visual acuity and awareness of our external world to gain greater insight and awareness to our internal world. This was actually how I self-healed, by watching what was happening outside of me, what other people were reflecting back to me, so that I could more clearly see, perceive, and discern within my own inner world, because my wounding was ignoring. I would actually ignore myself, not listen to myself, and abandon myself to recreate my emotional wounding from my childhood. Not a pretty pattern and not an encouraging pattern that will open you up to any prosperity, ease, or joy in this world. So I know the shadows so that I can embrace the light. And now I pay very, very fervent attention to my internal world so that I can really do my very best to embody truth and be a force for good in this world. One of the challenges, if you are one of those people who has realized that you do have the ability to heal your own heart and heal your own life, comment below. Tell me, are you one of those people who has figured this out? If you are, I honor and praise you, because I personally call myself a healer because I've claimed the full responsibility to heal my own heart and really heal my own life. I honestly perceive that everyone has the same power and function. And as a healer, I purely invite my private clients to be able to take responsibility for healing their own inner world. And I'm merely there to act as a mirror, being able to help them to trust their own perception and their own guidance so that they can self-heal and step into their truth and into their power. When we're on this journey of self-healing, what's going to happen is something called reality lag, where you're doing everything that you know it takes. Often we haphazardly create a healing miracle in our lives, in relationships, in our appearance, prosperity, you know, some kind of a shadow addictive behavior, maybe smoking or drugs or alcohol. And we're so committed to healing that we just manifest this incredible result that we then want to reapply it to another context. And what can happen is that we weren't very conscious in the first experience, and we want to think that we can just replicate it in another context, but we're expecting it to happen far sooner than it actually did the first time. There's about a 7 to 30 day reality lag of you having done and completed the correct, appropriate internal work, and yet there is a lag that reality, this dimension, takes a little bit longer for everything to manifest and reveal itself. Many people can actually lose faith and lose hope in that period of time. And so I wanted to talk about reality lag so that you deepen into trust, beautiful one. And I know how hard that is. And so I wanted to offer this video to cheer for you and support you, that remember, everything that is valuable to know is within yourself, and you do have access to that information. And for me, accessing that information for myself was absolutely a pivotal turning point where I actually realized that I had everything I needed to be able to heal my own heart. If you've been watching my channel and you're curious about self-healing and you're wanting some guidance, you will absolutely love my first book, Heart Healing, the 13 Principles of Emotional Self-Healing. I'm going to grab a copy for you so you can see what it looks like. You know, I was really nervous when I released this book because for me, I knew it was true, but I didn't know how the public was going to receive it. And 4.5 years ago when I came out as a healer, this was all a gift that I gave to my clients. Some would purchase it and then hire me. Some would find it on Amazon and then hire me. But what happens is I share my own personal story, the raw, gritty, real vulnerable stuff that's actually behind my own self-healing, just to really make it laughable, because it gets very serious and it need not be serious, and really illuminate the principles. I'm the kind of teacher that really likes to lay it out point by point so that you can grasp it and apply it very, very quickly. Every chapter is a private story from my own life that concludes with healing affirmations and healing guidance. I'm going to show you one of the pages so you know what it looks like. So at the end of every chapter, you're going to get something that says Heart Healing Guidance. And you're going to get 3 questions that's going to help you actually apply that principle. So the principle in chapter 1 is called Pain Calls for Healing. So if you've heard the acronym from Iyanla Vanzant, she says pain is an acronym for pay attention inside now. And really the first point of self-healing is to understand that pain is a way that our body, soul, emotional body actually gets our attention to be able to guide us on the self-healing journey. I know that it's scary and abrupt, nevertheless it gets our attention, and that's what it needs. So some of the healing affirmations from the next page, there's 5 healing affirmations. I now allow myself to see. I courageously look within. I listen to my pain. My pain shows me my lies. Pain is my doorway to healing. So every chapter, I'm going to teach you a principle of self-healing, and then there's actually going to be some reflection questions so that you can deepen in and see within yourself clearer, and healing affirmations to be able to support you to feel really safe, trusting yourself to allow this to happen. If you have any questions, I would love it if you comment below. Thank you so much for being a part of my tribe. If you're new to my channel and you are all things self-healing, developing your psychic gifts, allowing yourself to prosper on purpose, you're going to love my channel. I'd love to invite you to subscribe. If this has been any way valuable for you, please give it a big thumbs up. My dream, I don't want the whole world to self-heal. That's not going to happen. I don't want to change the world anymore. I want those who want to self-heal to be able to know that there's someone else that's done it. And if you resonate with me and you enjoy my channel and my videos, you're going to love my books. And I know that people who are like me are drawn to my work. And when they read my stories, they fully laugh out loud, lose a bit of their drink, lose a bit of their food, because they resonate so closely. It's going to help you to feel a lot more calmer, that everything's actually working out wonderfully, beautiful one. I'm cheering for you. I really know that you are the master healer of your own life. And please be aware of reality lag. Don't allow it to get you down. My love and blessings are with you. I hope you have a magical week ahead. This is Empress Lysa beaming out from Heart Magic Monday. I'll see you next week for another episode. I'll be back then. Mwah.